Welcome to Search for Signs. My name is Gary Willing. If this information interests you, please press the like and subscribe button and press the bell for notifications. Back in January of 2010, Benjamin Creme made an announcement that after decades and decades of Maitreya being in the modern world, he finally gave an interview on TV in the United States. And if you were paying attention to this story back then, the internet just went crazy. People were trying to find, where is this interview? And even some mainstream news media were covering the issue, covering the story, because they had been waiting a long time too for this. And as cosmic fates would have it, there just happened to be an Indian gentleman named Patel who was giving interviews talking about social justice. So people were like, oh, Indian talking about social justice. That must be Maitreya in incognito. And people harassed him. They followed this guy. They wanted his side of the story and all sorts of stuff. And Patel rightly was saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Maitreya, And Benjamin Creme came out and said, no, it's not. That's not Maitreya. And after that, people kind of dismissed what Benjamin Creme's statement was. They thought he was maybe crazy or whatever, and totally kind of tried to debunk his story that Maitreya was the one awaited by all the world's religions and was finally on doing interviews on TV. Now, all the way up from then, all the way up to when Benjamin Creme passed away, he had reported in his Share International magazine that Maitreya had been doing interviews all over the world, in the United States, Japan, Russia, Mexico, Brazil, a lot of other countries too. And I'm sure even after Benjamin Creme passed away, Maitreya hasn't stopped doing interviews. Now, it kind of reminded me of a line in one of Benjamin Creme's master's articles, The Son of Man. And I actually read it in a previous video. You can look it up if you have the time. But the line, let me paraphrase the line because I don't have the quote in front of me, but he said, so far is the Christ from the common view of what the Christ is, that he could walk into a room, a crowded room, and be unnoticed. And that's what he did. He went into a crowded room on TV, said what he said, for however long he said it, and was totally unrecognized for who he really is. So, does he look like this photo? Probably not. I'm sure he doesn't. Is he saying things like this? I'm sure he's just hinting at things like this, maybe watering it down so, people will start to kind of accept it. The need for social change, for justice, for peace, those kind of things. Is he talking about spirituality and religion? I don't know. I know he's not claiming to be the Christ or the Maitreya or the Buddha, the fifth Buddha, or the world teacher. He's not claiming to be the one that Benjamin Creme was talking about for so many years. He's totally unrecognized for who he is. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. This isn't a popularity contest. He's not trying to outdo Kim Kardashian here. What he wants is for you to want for the world what he wants for the world. Peace, justice, sharing of the world's resources so that there's no more starvation in the world, that everyone has food, clothing, shelter, health care as a right, which is what the UN Declaration of Human Rights is all about. That's what he wants. But it's not enough that Maitreya wants it. He wants you to want it too. So that's why he's not coming out and saying, oh, I'm the Christ that Benjamin Creme was talking about. Because a lot of people would follow him just like they did when they tried to find that interview and they thought it was Patel. They're going to follow him just because of who they think he is. But it's not good enough. He wants you to want it for the world. He wants you to start doing it. Why do you think the Buddha made the prediction that Maitreya Buddha would help build a brilliant golden civilization based on righteousness and truth? Well, you can't do that if you're following somebody, just blindly following them. You have to want it yourself. He's speaking to your heart to heart. The times that I've seen Maitreya, he didn't say he was the Christ. He never said anything. It was only to help me. But it was a heart-to-heart conversation that changed my life. That's why I know without a doubt he's not the Antichrist. The Antichrist work is done. The Christ is here to help us solve our problems in the world. Now you can laugh at it, scoff at it, it doesn't matter, but that's what he's doing. And Maitreya is speaking directly to humanity more and more and more. And just like his quote that he said, soon, very soon, you will see my face and hear my words. That is the truth. We'll all eventually hear his words and see his face. But are we going to respond? Well, that is up to you and me. And Maitreya already knows who he can count on to help change the world. There was a saying that in a book by Helena Roach that said, there was a time when one true man could save the world. And then there was a time when 10 weren't enough. In the coming time, Maitreya will call on 1 billion people. And according to Benjamin Creme's master, Maitreya has already got his 1.5 billion people that are going to help change the world. He doesn't need everyone to agree or want what he wants for the world. He only needs a percentage of people. So he's out there on TV talking in incognito, talking to those people who want for the world what he wants for the world, but maybe don't know what to do or where to start or feel like they have any kind of support out there in the media. So thank you so much for letting me share my side of the story, and I look forward to talking to you again in future videos. Have a great day.